And just to let you know, it is interactive, so I encourage you to be on gallery view for the moment. And so come and lean forward and begin going, and please be off mute. Now, what that does mean is that you will be recorded, but only to our private group of Transform Now people when you speak, only when you speak. So this is not a normal yoga class, this is a workshop session. And the requests that I've had are, can we go through Chaturanga, which is the, from high plank to low plank, sweeping through to up dog. So Chaturanga literally means low plank. Side plank, and then people are struggling with balancing. So that's what we're going to go through today. And balancing is a wonderful thing to kind of see your progress over the 4 weeks. So give me a thumbs up if that's cool. And who is hi Sarah, welcome, take your time. I'm just explaining what's going on. Hi Liz, dog.
I just ask, Krista and I had joined the link from Facebook and we were the only ones in there.
Okay,
so
that would be the wrong link. Would you mind, I think, who did I, Joe Cleveley. Oh no, don't worry. It's all right, Helen will sort it out.
No, I can send it. Let me. Oh,
bless you, Joe. Thank you very much. I WhatsApp Joe the thing. So I was explaining, so what we're going to do is a little bit of a flow to warm up our body. Then we're going to drill down on Chaturanga, side plank, and then we're going to look at balances. Who is struggling with Chaturanga at the moment? Was that you, Liz, or is that you?
Hi. I used to be able to do Chaturanga when I did yoga when I was younger, but I don't think I've got the core strength for it now. I just can't get it to work, basically.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I can't
the
portion of it,
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, we'll break it down on knees and then off knees. Who is struggling with side plank a little bit, or who loves side plank? Anyone? Jane, I feel like you might love side plank because you're quite good.
I don't love it. I find it a good challenge, and I would do I mean side when we're sort of encouraged to then lift our leg? I expect I expect you've got a clever tool that would help, because I find it a huge challenge.
Excellent. So just to let you know, before I joined Blessed Yoga as a yoga teacher, side plank was not in my repertoire of poses, and it does require enormous amounts of core strength. Be gentle on yourself. We'll give you stages that you can work up to, but once you're in the full expression with that leg up in the air, oh my goodness, it's a beautiful pose because it's fully open and expressive, and that's kind of how we want to be. Okay, and then I think some people joined Nikki's class this morning and were wobbling all over the place in the crescent lunge. Who texted me and said that? I think it was maybe not one of you guys.
I did it.
Don't worry, Joe. I still wobble sometimes, but it really requires your focus, and I'm going to give you some hacks to do that. So come on, let's take a seat, and we'll just get into our bodies and take a moment, because it's beautiful that we get a chance the middle of the week, Wednesday, just to go, ooh, where are we at? And that is why we practice yoga. Kind of check in and then right our ship. So just come and sit comfortably. We'll get through those poses and we'll just warm up the body first so our body is ready. So just begin to consciously breathe and quieten the mind and consciously connect with your body. Maybe you've been sat in an office chair this morning, so your lower back is feeling crunchy. So just snake your body up a little bit, wiggle the spine around, grow a little bit taller. Begin to establish your Ujjayi breathing. So that's a beautiful, audible breathing in and out through the nose. And just come to stillness. It's Wednesday, bang on in the middle of the week. How has your week been so far? Without any judgment, just note whether it's been busy, whether it's been a bit slow, just what's going on, and therefore what you need from this, how you want to approach this sort of fun coaching clinic. On an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Take your time, Francesca, take your time. And exhale, push the ceiling away. Scoop the lower belly right in and push the hands out, round the back, let the head drop. Inhale, come on up, open your arms down, slide them down your back. Interlace the hands behind you, belly right in, drop the head, draw the hands away, lifting up the hands behind you. Roll those shoulders up and back, and then gently come onto your hands and knees. Few cat-cows just to wake up those spines if they've been in seats all day or been standing. Inhaling, heart forward, drop the belly, back of the head towards bottom. Exhale, press into the hands round. Inhale, heart forward, open, keep that going. I'm just going to close the gates. I know my dog is in. Exhale, round, come through. A few more times. Big inhale, heart forward. Big pushing of the mat away. Ha, exhale. Push up into your downward facing dog. Press the hands away. Lift your bottom. And let your heels yearn down for the ground. Really scoop the lower belly in. And just pedal out your dog. Bending one foot, straighten the other. And if your breath has become quiet, make it beautiful and audible. Long, deep breaths. Inhale high up into the tippy toes, just slowly walk forward. And it might be curious to notice that you're a bit more warmed up if you did the early morning flow and warm up along the day. Let your head hang. Just gently float from side to side. Then inhale, sweep on up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Press the thumb knuckles into your chest. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Wonderful. Then I'm going to come and have a look as you take your sun salutation A's. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, dive down, hinging at the hips, fold. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands to the ground, step back into plank.
Anna?
Yeah.
It's that bit that I really struggle with because I'm just not sure whether I'm supposed to have a flat back or a straight back.
Don't worry, we're going to break it down. Just come and show me what you're doing now. Step back into plank. Inhale over the fingertips. Exhale, lower heart leads, come all the way down. Inhale, sweep through up dog. Exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Beautiful breath in. Beautiful breath out. Okay, and then all come and take a seat on your hands and knees and come and have a seat. All right, lovely. Sorry, Cara, you've just volunteered yourself to be my guinea pig.
Also, this sounds so basic, but where should my camera be positioned so that you can see it? Because if I'm on the floor, you see nothing, and if I'm standing up, you see my head.
Okay, so best thing to do is have it kind of, it's not so much up here. I'd rather see the bottom half of you.
Right.
You're not going to get everything.
Can I go back a bit?
Yeah, go back a bit.
Like
And
that.
I'd rather see your bottom half so I can see your whole plank, and then give me your side view. There we go, perfect. And if you can just angle just for this, there we go, lovely. Come back a bit. There we go, perfect, lovely. Okay, so everybody, we'll look at Chaturanga. I'm sorry, Cara, you've offered yourself as my guinea pig.
Maybe because of the light. Maybe I'll go that way. Oh. Right, now you can see my bed. That's so attractive.
Don't worry. Okay. We've only got an hour, so we don't Okay, come into a lovely strong plank for me and talk to me about what you're thinking about and what's going on for you as you lower. Lower like you normally do. Okay. And then inhale, sweep through into your up dog. Okay. And exhale, just come and sit normally. So can anyone spot, so thank you. Can anyone spot what might be going on here? Okay, no worries if you can. So what happened, Cara, was that your elbows were flaying out to the side, okay? So what you want to do in a plank is really think energy. So any balance in any yoga pose, you have opposite forces. You need to drive out the crown of the head, drive back through the heels. And then you really need to squeeze those elbows along the sides of your body. So what was happening for you was that your elbows were coming out to the side in more of a classic push-up. What you need is your elbows along the side of the body. and coming down. Now, what I'm going to teach, just so you all know, and I'd like actually if Joe Cleveley, you could also be a guinea pig for me. If you can take, a plank pose for me. Sorry to put you on the spot, but this is the classic thing that people do. Inhale, come over your fingertips, and then exhale, lower like you normally would do. Just gonna do it perfectly now. Inhale, sweep through, and exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Okay, that's interesting, because that was, when you do put people on the spot, sometimes they kind of, whoop, the performer comes out, and Joe, that was a lot nicer than that.
I'm really deformed in my elbows. They don't like staying beside my body.
Okay, but what you did was you led with your belly as opposed to your chest. Okay, so what I'm going to demonstrate, I'd love you to all to watch, and I'm going to talk through what we think about as teachers when we're doing it even for our own practice. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Excellent. All right, so here's the top tricks, and I'm going to do it with my legs up. Okay, so the belly is drawn right in. My hands are spread, and I'm quite buoyant in my hands, right? It's not like, oh, I'm dumping down. I'm not thinking down, I'm thinking up. It's as if someone's got my hips and is pulling me up and holding me up. Before I go down, watch my feet. I push forward on my tippy toes, and I come right over my fingertips. I drive through the crown of my head, like I'm pushing something away, and I'm thinking belly in, like my yoga mat is super hot and I don't want to put my belly down. I'm pressing out of my heels, and then I inhale, sweep through, press down on my toes, and draw back, down dog. Now the same principle applies if your knees are on the ground. Your belly is right in, you're sending your tailbone down to your heels. That is important. Belly in, energy down towards the backs of the heels through the buttocks. You come over fingertips, you lower, lead with the chest, chest. I'd rather your bottom be slightly up. Inhale, sweep through, up dog. Cobra with the knees down, and exhale, draw back. Okay, so we're going to take it. So everybody come into your plank. Does anyone need to have their knees down at the moment? You're okay, okay, cool. So take a big inhale and a big ah, and have some fun. So really draw your belly in, get flat, and imagine your bottom is sending towards the backs of the heel. Press the heels back. Then inhale, come over the fingertips, right over the fingertips. Exhale, lower with the chest. Squeeze those elbows behind you. Inhale, sweep through. Exhale, draw back, down dog, or come up into your knees. Now, what was quite difficult for me there was that you were all going at a beautifully different time, and that's okay, but I can look out. Come onto your hands and knees for a second. I'm just going to pick a few of you to go at once so I can have a look. Is that okay? So I'm going to ask Joe Matthews, Jane, and Sarah, because you're all in my middle bar. I can see you all together. Come into your plank, and please try and go on cue. So Sarah, Jane, and Joe. Everybody else have a look and watch them, please, because you'll learn for yourself. Take a nice strong plank, scoop the lower belly in, tuck the chin, and really press through the crown of your head, press through your heels. Inhale, come right up onto the tiptoes, come forward over your fingertips. Belly in, Sarah, don't drop that head. And then exhale, come down, lead with the chest, chest. Then before you come all the way down, push into the hands, sweep up. Squeeze the elbows behind. Okay, lovely. Excellent, draw back. Downward facing dog, and then come back up into your knees. Okay, lovely. Sarah D, I'm going to ask if you can go again. You okay to do that? Take your time, come into your plank. Squeeze the elbows.
Which Sarah are you talking to?
Sarah D, Darthorne.
Okay.
Okay. So come into your plank, Sarah D. Drive through the crown of the head. Press the heels back. Take your time. On an inhale, come forward over your tiptoes and fingers. Belly in. Squeeze the elbows along the sides of your body. Heart first, heart. Push into your hands now. Sweep up. Open up wide on the collarbones. Lift up your head. That's it. Express yourself open. Ah, lovely. And exhale, belly in, draw back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Well done, you three. That looked much better, Sarah D. Tell me how that felt, what you were doing differently that felt good.
It hurts my toes a bit.
When you do what, Jane?
when I'm meant to be coming sort of over my toes.
When you come forward.
Yeah, when I come forward like there.
Okay, just that's unusual. I've never heard that before.
Okay.
So
I think I have really unsupple feet.
Yeah, maybe you can give your little toesies a little stretch in your yoga practices.
Okay, no one else gets that. Okay, forget it. Forget it.
That's all right. Joe, how did that feel? And Sarah D, how did that feel for you?
Before I was just going straight onto my stomach.
Yes. So you were doing the worm, like a break dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Joe, clearly that's what I spotted with you a little bit, which I worry about because of the lower back. And if you go to Tori's class, she will definitely pick you up on it. So if you snake down like this, you are loading into your lower back. You can see the crunch already, right? So we'd rather you drop your knees and have a flat back as you come down, as you build up core strength. And the way to build up core strength and arm strength, a little baby yoga push-ups, like this. And then eventually full yogi push-ups, squeezing the elbows in. You're literally squeezing like this, your hands in. Quite fun to practice your yoga push-ups with a block. If everyone's got a block, please grab one. Hands either side. And you just come down and touch your chest. Come down and touch your chest. Driving energy out the heels, out of the crown of the head, belly right in. Jane H, squeeze your elbow. I think your hands need to be closer together if possible. That's it, and that's it.
It's a lot on the front. It's a lot around here, isn't it? It's hard work. Yeah, that's where I find the work.
The Chaturanga is the thing that will transform kind of your whole practice because it's all core and all arms. The Kara, that was lovely, but your arms are pressed up arms as opposed to yogi arms. So let's all take the right arm position. The hands are not out to the side. They're literally directly underneath your shoulders. If you're not sure, go like this. Go like this, like Ali Baba hands, and then place your hands down. That is shoulder width apart. And you might not be used to that, so it's going to feel a little bit weird. Then you step back into your plank. Drive energy out of the head, really push, really press the heels away. Inhale, come over fingertips. Belly in, squeeze the elbows along the body, lower the heart. Inhale, push through up dog. Squeeze the elbows, much better. Cara, that was much better. All that belly in as you come down and press back. Okay, great. Okay, can I have Elizabeth, Francesca, also, and Sarah N. Norther have a go, please. Everybody else take a look so you can spot. It's helpful to look at what other people are doing. That looks right, that doesn't look right. So inhale, come on up into plank, take a breath. Exhale, let go of expectation and enjoy. Inhale over fingertips, drive forward. Exhale, lower the heart, belly right in, scoop it in, scoop it in. Come down. Yes, lovely, Francesca, sweep up. Yes, nice, much better. All of you, definitely Sarah N, who does yoga with me here in Weybridge. I've seen your progress, that's great. Elizabeth, take it for me one more time, only because I can only see the other two very well.
Okay.
Come into your plank, take your time. Inhale over fingertips. Exhale, lower, lead with the heart, elbows draw alongside body. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Could everyone see a little bit of core strength, right? That's where you're kind of feeling, is it a bit of a belly flop at the end?
Yes, it's a bit better than it was. I can't keep it the whole way down. I can't maintain
Don't you worry, my love, because when you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm gonna belly flop, drop your knees. I'd rather you come down stable, but go down as far as you can. But when you're about to collapse, don't collapse. Drop the knees and come down step. Would you mind taking it again? Have you got the energy to take it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, take your time. Imagine the pose before you do it. Inhale, come over fingertips, drive through the toes. Exhale, belly in, lead with the heart. Think your yoga mat is hot. Squeeze those elbows. Lovely.
Yeah.
No problem. So just what I'd love you to play around with, when you get to that point where you're about to belly flop, really scoop that lower belly right in. drive out through the heels, drive out through the hand of the head, and then just, if you're going to collapse, lower the knees, flatten the toes, and then lower with steadiness. Is that okay?
Yes.
Excellent. And over the week, you'll build up the core strength and you'll be surprised. Okay, great. Jane.
I just wondered if you could, I think I cheat a bit because surely I'm just wondering if you, sorry, Elizabeth, can just before you're about to fall, can't you go forward at that point? Because you don't want us the whole way down, do you?
Possibly. Yeah, I sort of get slightly stuck, you know, so then I just, so yeah, I think it's really frustrating because when I was younger, I could do it, but I just remember one day it just worked, you know, and I didn't remember thinking, oh, I did X. And I just thought, and I never thought.
Like the idea though.
Because you don't have to go that far down, do you, Anna? Is that right?
You don't have to go that far down. I'd rather you maintain a thing. Because, okay, listen, after you've become doing yoga a lot every single day, you can go like super low and stay down here super low forever. Or not forever. But I'd rather you come down to here, as Jane said, and drive forward with the heels of your hand. So, yeah, so come down to that point and then drive forward. So you.
Well, I think I'm landing on the floor. Is that not right? I shouldn't be touching my chest at the floor.
Ideally, no. You'd ideally be hovering in a low plank. But as Jane says, you don't have to go like super low plank. You can work up towards that. So you all seem to want to take it again. So inhale, come into your plank.
Anna, sorry.
Hang on.
Your thighs stay off the floor as well? Legs off?
Yes. She probably didn't want that answer. Okay, so those of you trying, inhale, come into your plank. Over the fingertips, drive over the fingertips, come right forward. Draw the elbows along the side, lead with the heart. The yoga mat is hot, you don't want to touch your belly. Then press, Sarah, press. That's it, press forward with the heels of the hands, yes. Wonderful, and come up. Excellent, so Nikki has done a beautiful how-to Chaturanga video that is available on your recorded flows if you go into the how-tos. Has everyone got their recorded flow playbook and they've got access to it, right? So look in the how-tos and Nikki's got a Chaturanga. This afternoon I'm uploading Karen's Chaturanga drills, which will help with your core strength. So after you've done your flows, if you've got 5 minutes extra, just do your Chaturanga drills. Okay, and look at Karen's video. And I'll also just WhatsApp you guys a YouTube link so you can go directly to it from your phone as well. Is that handy as well?
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool.
That would be the most helpful because Anna, it's incredible what you've given us, but we've just got all these downloads now, and then you actually spent 10 minutes finding the one you need. I don't know if everyone finds that, but
is that you mean the booking confirmations or the?
No, just all the the wonderful information you've given when I want a recipe or a pose, you know.
Yeah, we realised we overwhelmed you guys on Sunday, and as soon as you guys popped off the call, we're like, maybe we should have given them the food stuff like a week ago. So thank you for the feedback, because that's the only way we can make things better. So if you are finding yourself a little bit like, blimey, guys, you just literally avalanched us with information.
No, but a WhatsApp link for that would be incredible. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I will send that through after this class. Okay, beautiful side plank. Okay, Jane, you just offered yourself, I'm afraid, my lovely. Come and angle your mat slightly at an angle for us so we can see your beautiful side plank if you wouldn't mind.
I can.
Now, Jane's been practicing with us for a while, so she'll have a nice, strong side plank. But Jane, why don't you talk us through what's going through your head whilst you practice? So take a low, yeah, take a one with the knee down for me first. So this is the modified version. You might not have done that before.
I haven't done that. Okay. No.
All right, she hasn't done that for a while. And then take a normal one, the one that you normally take.
So I think I'm thinking strong core, strong core, strong core.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'd like everyone just to look at Jane's arms for a second. Just notice the angle. And then what else are you thinking, Jane?
I'm thinking now I've got to try and get my top leg up, and you all talk about hooking your hips on a, so I'm thinking about hooking my hips on a.
Yeah, good idea. And then try and float your top leg up. Very good.
But
Excellent.
it's sort of, it's hard work. I'm not finding it easy.
Yeah. All right, brilliant. Come on down. And I think it's actually largely to do with your arm position, actually. So I'll talk you through why. So as Jane said, the magic of side plank is actually all of that bottom hip. You press that bottom hip up, everything will kind of lift up for you. The thing is, when people do plank or side plank, they dump into the poor lower arm here, as opposed to reach up. So you remember when we said about grit and grunt and the balance of ease and effort? So we'll show you what kind of not what to do, and then how to correct it. So for example, so if side plank is something you're working up to, the variation is this, okay? Where your bottom hip is still lifting up. The full variation is this. And when you're feeling super strong in your core and able in your practice, you're having fun with any variations, even flipping over into a flip flop or whatever. Okay, so as Jane said, it's all bottom hip, and that bottom hip needs to be lifting up. So don't try it yet, I want to show you. So Jane, what was happening with your arms is your arms were at this angle. Can you see, like this?
Yeah.
So you're loading heavily into this poor arm.
Yeah, it's feeling it.
Like this. Can you see that my hand is directly over as opposed to this?
Okay.
So your angles are, so this poor arm was being dumped into, which is why it doesn't feel fun. So if you come right over and you lift up and you literally think, ah, I've got Anna's hand, I'm reaching up to sort of someone you love. And you imagine, I like to imagine on a puppet on a string, like God's got my string or something, you know, someone up there and is pulling me up. And then I think once I'm up at my full extension, someone's helped me up, then I squeeze in and I shine out. And that helps the triangle pose, it helps the all balance pose. So you're thinking, root down, reach up. Don't think, dump down, dump down. So any balance pose, this is a balance pose in effect, but on the side. But any balance pose, yes, you're rooting down, good root, but think, reach up. Like you've got someone's hand that you love and you're pulling up to them and they're pulling you up over a fence. Or the puppet analogy, whatever you like. So let's come and take the side plank, everybody. If you're new to it, please place the knee down and be happy with where you're at. It's practice. You will get here. So everyone get that arm position right. There we go, nice. So Francesca, come forward a little bit more, a little bit at an angle. Come over and reach up with that hand. Really lift up that bottom hip, look up towards that top hand, Jane. Lift up the bottom hip, like press up. Come over your hand more. That's it. And then come on down. Well done. Lovely. Joe, really nice. Okay, lovely. Lovely, Cara. Look up towards that top hand. Express yourself. Lift that bottom hip. Press the foot away. The top foot, whilst you're reaching it up, you're thinking, I'm pressing, like donkey kicking someone away. You're literally like a star shining out in all directions. Lovely. Press that foot away, Joe. Belly in, everybody, like you're going through a pasta machine. Excellent. Come on down. Okay. Has anyone got a specific, is that thing awful for anyone? And they'd like to drill down.
I can't do that.
Okay, come on, Sarah, let me have a look at yours.
I just can't even do it. My arm is shaking.
Okay, but you're just at the beginning, that's okay. Do you want to take the variation first? Take the variation.
Is that like that?
Okay, so watch my knee. Your knee's in a bit of a funny position there. So you come up over the arm. So arm position is not this, it's right over. So you can start with your knee down, and your knee is down at an angle, like this. Okay, so this is a nice way of practicing side plank and practicing the flow, getting a bit of core work going. But really energize this hand. Don't let it flop out. And press the foot away. If your legs and arms are not working, you won't help yourself balance. That's good. All right, Sarah, lovely. Just put that foot down. So that's the thing I want you to work on, and you will build up your strength.
Can I just ask a question? Should the hand be forward or up?
I
didn't see what your hand was doing.
Do it, you don't really. So it's
Let's have that.
forward. facing
Okay.
the side as opposed to sideways or to the back.
Yeah, got it.
We are all slightly different in the way that we're built, so you know, that's it. So really lift up that top hip, Joe. Press that foot up. Really reach up, reach up. Oh, that's looking good. Press the top foot. Yes. Yes, that's it, Francesca. Lift up that bottom hip. Press that top foot away. Lovely, Joe. That's looking really good. Yeah. All right, come on down. Is that feeling different for anyone with those hips?
Got my sock.
Yes.
Who said yes? Francesca?
I did. Yes.
Excellent.
I think
Okay.
the lifting, I knew about lifting my hip, but I didn't think about lifting with my arm. That helps.
Exactly. So when you do Ardra Shangasana, what people think in triangle and Ardra is they think down. And what happens is that arm collapses down when they think down. You want to be thinking, open up, so that you can bend forward. You're literally thinking, I'm reaching for someone I love. I'm pushing someone away that I don't want anyone near that person. And then and you can even kind of balance off that hand because it's so expressive by reaching up. Okay, do you want to do the other side so you're balanced, just quickly? Otherwise we'll walk away long. So take your time. Foundations first, so hand down. And get quiet in your mind. Use your breath. Really lift up that bottom hip, press into that foot a lot, the bottom foot, lovely, Cara. Reach up your arms. So Cara, your arms are at a bit of an angle, come forward a bit more. Lovely, and Francesca, a little bit, let's come down Francesca and Cara for a second. So what I mean is your arms are at an angle, it's like Jane was doing just a moment like this. You need to come forward a bit more so that you're over direct vertical line as opposed to an angle. Otherwise you're loading too much into that armpit. That's it, Cara, lovely. Nice, Francesca. Lift up that bottom hip, belly right in, scoop it in, reach that foot away, push the foot away.
Head's in the way. Sorry.
Push the whole head away with your super strength. Well done. Okay, so lots of fun to practice with, and that pose is so rewarding over the course because the more you do your practice and that pose will come. Any questions, you can just let your coach know for any sort of further tips. If you're really struggling, we can quickly jump on a, you know, to kind of give you a pointer or send you a little video or whatever. All right, so balancing, the principles of balancing. Who said that they were having a struggle with balancing at the moment?
I didn't say, but I have terrible problems.
I have as well.
Okay, so it's quite normal, and they're just a couple of principles. So just like in side plank, did you find the more you reached up and sort of rooted down, you gave yourself balance, right? And you squeezed everything into the middle and you reach down. It's just like a tightrope walker. When you reach out towards the ends of your tightrope, you know, the balance pole, it helps you stay balanced. But you've got to make these ends active. So when you are in, even just on your tippy toes, you've got to reach up through the whole of your body, squeezing into the midline, and this is the midline here. If you are in crescent lunge pose, the midline is still that midline down the middle of your body. You need to squeeze everything into it and then reach out in whatever direction you're being told. So for example, in crescent lunge, you're reaching up and you're sinking down into the lunge. So you've got that opposition to keep you balanced, but to keep you balanced from left to right, you just squeeze everything into this plumb line, literally down the middle of your body. So come and take a standing pose for me, just stand. And we're just going to practice with a very simple balance of up into our tiptoes. Take a mountain pose. Mountain pose teaches you everything. People just think you're just standing here. We're going to work every single muscle of our body apart from our lovely soft face. So inhale, lift up your toes. Place them lightly back down. Draw up your inner ankles. Lift up your kneecap. Really engage your thighs. Dip up your core, tailbone down. Squeeze everything now into the midline. So you're hugging the muscles into the bones of the arms and of the feet. So energize your fingertips. And on an inhale, with full expression, grow yourself up towards the ceiling, come up onto the tippy toes. Allow the mind of the body to wobble, and then squeeze into the midline. Squeeze all of the muscles into the midline of your body, the muscles around the arms into the arm bones, the hips, squeeze them in, press the ankles down, reach the fingertips up. And then I want you to get loose. Loose, just loose, but keeping your tippy toes, and you'll feel yourself wobble. Then begin to squeeze everything again. Root down, reach up, squeeze into the midline. And you get much more stable, and then get loose. Get loose, and then just feel yourself almost wobbling around. And then again, squeeze everything into the midline, hug the muscles into the bone, fingertips reaching away, toes pressing down. Wonderful, come in. So did you feel the difference of when you were squeezing into the midline and when you were rooting down and reaching up? Give me a thumbs up if you did. Okay, so that is every single yoga pose. Whether you're doing a side lunge, crescent lunge, you've got to root down, reach up and squeeze all the muscles into the bones. That's what gives you stability. So in crescent lunge, if you put your left foot forward, your right hip back, okay? There's one simple hack to make your balance a little bit easier, and that's have your legs a little bit more apart. So if you put your back leg right behind the back heel, you'll be more wobbly because you're more on a tightrope. You can just slightly put your foot to the side, that will help. Then inhale, be floppy for a second, we'll do it kind of wrong. Bend into the front knee and reach up, okay? And then we're gonna get really strong in our bodies by pressing the back foot back. Really press the heel back, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the muscles into the midline, press into the front foot and press back through the back heel, particularly the ball of the big toe. Sink lower, and as you sink lower, reach up. And then smile, because whilst you're squeezing and trying, you can let go of grit and grunt and go, ah, this was awesome. I'm sinking, I'm reaching, I'm squeezing. Excellent, hands down to the mat. Come onto your hands and knees. And just tell me if you felt the difference from when there was no muscle action going to when you were squeezing.
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's do the other side so we're balanced, and then we'll come into Ardha Chandrasana. So right foot forward, take a big lunge. Let's have the fingertips down. Okay, so really feel the base of your feet. Foundations first, everyone. So right leg is forward. Okay, just like we did in plank pose, don't rush up. Mindfully does it. Push back through that heel. Engage the back thigh, squeeze the muscles in. Tuck the chin slightly, grow through the crown of the head. So already you can come light on your fingertips. Squeeze the belly in. Squeeze all the muscles into the midline down your body. And you come up, press into your feet, reach on up. Again, imagine someone's got your hands and helping you up over a fence. As you sink down, they're lifting you up. Belly right in. Squeeze all the muscles. And then get loose. Get loose. And then re-squeeze. Press the heel. Lift up the hands. Excellent. Hands down to the ground. Step back into plank. Try your chaturanga. Again, press through the crown of the head. Press through the heels. Belly in, lead with the heart. Sorry, inhale, then fingertips, and exhale, draw back. And then come onto your hands and knees. Just take a child's pose for a second. And give yourself a big well done. You're creating space for learning something new. And the neuroscience has proven that that is very good for our brain chemistry, if you're into that kind of thing. Come all the way up, come and have a seat. All right, we're gonna take my favorite pose, half moon pose.
Oh, no, I can't do this.
Who said that, sorry?
Me, Joe.
Joe, what's
Yeah,
going on?
you go.
Why can't you do that? What's going on?
I try.
Would you be a guinea pig
I'll try.
and show me what's going on? Okay,
So-
let's press you. All right, just show me how you do.
So do I keep my foot facing 12 o'clock?
Yes.
And-
Yeah.
So what I find is
Yeah.
my foot has to move to balance me, my right front foot.
Okay.
As soon as that, so if that
Right.
foot moves, I can do it. But if I try to move it back to 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
can't balance.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So you're wobbling there a little bit. I'm going to teach you a different way to get in, which will help you kind of establish a bit of strength, and then you'll have more strength going in. And we're also going to practice with the wall. I know if all of you know how to do this, if you can take a wall for me, I'm going to demonstrate it on my wall, and then find a wall, don't move your camera, and then you're going to come back and tell me how it was, okay? So exactly as you said, you've got a block nearby. You're going to take triangle pose. So the back foot is at an angle, your front foot is at 12 o'clock, and your arms are spread nice and wide, vigorously. So again, it's about, do you remember the tightrope thing? The muscles are drawing in, the muscles are drawing into this midline. And you reach right forward. People think triangle down, reach right forward, and then take your block. And again, like we just talked about with side plank, reach up to somebody that you love. Then look down to the big toe, pop your brick forward, belly right in, and this hip wants to turn in, but you're thinking up. As you pop your brick forward, you hop your back foot forward, pop your brick out one more time, bend into that front knee a lot. And using the wall, that'll give you the comfort to open up your hips and look up. Then you can pop your brick forward. And again, like we just did in side, push away with that foot, reach up to someone so that you're light on the brick. So just use the wall, and then you're just going to get used to kind of twisting your hips open. You can have that front knee bent whilst you're learning and getting core strength. So go and take a wall, take your time, have some fun. Take triangle. Then look at the big toe. Bend the front knee a lot. Hop the brick forward as you bend forward. Hop the back foot forward. That's it. That's it. Hop, hop, hop. And then imagine someone's got your arm and is pulling you up. And someone's got your back leg and you're kicking them away, pressing away. Really good. Press away. Reach that hand up, Joe. As if someone's got your hand and is helping you pull up. Draw the core in. So good. What? Good, Cara. Press away with that foot. And bend the knee if you're wobbling a little bit, and then come into a straight up. Press away. Reach up. So good. Well done, everyone. Come back down. Well, that looks much, much better, Joe. How did it feel?
I'm okay if I've got something to lean against.
Yeah. So.
It's the balance. I think that's the problem. Maybe my core's not strong enough to hold me there.
And have you been doing a lot of yoga before the course?
I'm actually not on this course, which I didn't know this was a course, but I've been doing it with Blessed on and off.
That's been for a freebie. Fabulous.
Well, I didn't realise. I was going to say at the beginning, and I thought I felt a bit too embarrassed. So I was going to email you after.
You're getting a nice little preview, and you'll sign up in January, no doubt.
Exactly right.
Because you get, isn't it? What that happens sometimes. Well, welcome. These are all the other transfers.
That's why I was a bit confused to start with. I was like, oh, what have I entered into?
Oh, you thought this was a normal class?
Mm.
Welcome. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you've joined anyway. Okay, how did that feel? Anybody else? Did they feel the difference? How did you get on?
I thought it felt amazing. I loved doing it because you really, for once, you actually do the pose properly.
Yes, so please do not think your props are your best friends, okay? And the thing we are trying to teach you, we don't want 20 amazing downward facing dogs. We want you to listen to your body for that day. So on Monday, I was a little bit kaput because I taught Nikki's class, I jumped in, right? And so I'm like, okay, what do I need next? I need Karen's restorative class, and I need my blocks, because my body today, I want to feel the full expression of the pose, rather than going, oh God, I'm so tired, I'm gonna just dump into my poor old arm. It doesn't feel good. Because often you'll see the yoga teachers in class, and they'll put a brick down and open up because that feels great, as opposed to, God, I'm so tired, you know, collapse in. So please, make your props your friends so that you begin to tune and go, okay, today I'm going to use my blocks, or today I'm just going to really enjoy the expression of the pose at the wall. And just enjoy, you know, like, why not? Then you'll come out of the pose and you won't need the wall. So Jo, you're going to try that for me, my love, one more time, but not against the wall, but hopping in like we just tried. But I'd like you to imagine you are against the wall.
Okay, I'm going to have to move you away just a little bit.
Okay, so take your time. Take your foot out to the 12 o'clock. Spread your arms vigorously, pulling the muscles into the bone like a tightrope. Really engage those fingers. Drop the left hip back. Really reach far forward and then come down, yeah. Find the brick, bend into the front knee a lot. The brick is on the outside of the foot. That's it. Bend and hop the back knee in. Press that foot away. Press into the standing cobra. Reach up, think up, up, up. Reach up to the heavens. Press away, belly in. Belly right in, squeeze the belly, reach up, really energize that fingertip. There we go. Press the foot, express yourself. Shine your heart through your chest. Yes, excellent. Come on down very slowly with control. Well done. How did that feel? That looked
That was
very
better. Yeah, much, much better.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Now do you guys want to do that again, or I've got a request for a twisted half moon. The only thing I'm conscious of is that you will leave feeling a bit unbalanced. So I want you to, if we could do twisted crescent, please do the other side so that you're balanced, okay? After class. Francesco, I think you wanted to do twisted crescent, is that right?
I did, but don't worry, I don't want to, anyway, I wasn't prepared that I was actually doing yoga for some silly reason.
Okay, no problem. Why don't we do, see where the half at next Wednesday. We'll do the other side and we'll work towards twisted crescent. It's the same, same principle. So let's just do half moon on the other side.
Okay.
And if you'd like, I quite like Jane, if you want to take the wall again, because you want to feel the full expression, please do. Again, like I said, that's you being a good yogi. Going, today I'm just going to feel the full thing at the wall. So if you've never done the wall before, go back to the wall. Okay, so let's do the other side. I'll join you. And let's try and take it together. No rush. Take a beautiful triangle pose and enjoy triangle before we go into half moon. Bottom's just sort of grazing, maybe not even touching the wall. Take your arms out wide. Swing the back hip back, reach the front fingertips forward, look over towards those fingers, bend, come into your triangle, just hold triangle. In triangle, really draw those top ribs back as if you're drawing the under ribs through. Reach the hands up to the heavens like you're reaching up to someone. Look down at the big toe. Bend the front knee a lot, find your brick. Draw the belly in, draw it in so that you can lift up your back foot as you hop it forward and hop your brick forward. Come up into Ardha Chandrasana. Squeeze the belly, Sarah, press that heel back. If you had a block, that would help, but no worries. Lovely. Steady your face, steady your mind, and breathe. Think shine like a star. So good, everyone. Beautiful. Slowly, slowly, with caution and with gentleness, come down and come and take a seat. Wow. Oh, I was going to say, I wish I recorded this, but we have recorded it. So you can go back and see your progress if you want to. That's it, Jane. Push the floor away, push the foot, reach up. Think up, up, up. That's it. Belly in, bottom in. Push, yes. Open the heart wide, open the chest, yes. That's it, I felt that. That is beautiful.
It's interesting, you go further and you get better balance. At the early stage is the bad balance bit, I think.
Yeah, because people just basically are collapsing down.
Yeah.
And they're worried about opening up, because that opening up draws the under ribs through. So often, almost every pose, you're wide across the collarbones. You're pressing your heart through your chest, but drawing the front body in, pressing the top body through your chest, this thick thoracic spine. So belly, scoot right in, front ribs in, press the heart through as this draws in. And that gives you the full. And that's why side plank, Ardra, they're just so wonderfully energizing and opening. All right, so let's balance all of that wonderful energy with just a little bit of calming down, coming down. So just, we're going to close the practice as we always do, a little bit of Shavasana, so we set you up for the day. Move the flesh of the bottom away, flex your toes. Inhale, creep up, lots of great praise for yourself, for opening up to something new, and then lean forward, right forward, belly in. Press the crown of the head away, draw the hips backwards behind you, and connect with the inner thighs, roll them down, and then just get passive, just get loose, and just fold. And just notice when you fold, breathing in, breathing out, and begin to center yourself and steady. Breathing in, breathing out, letting your body compute all that it's learnt, all the new muscle memory. Breathing in, breathing out, and then inhale, draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a huge hug. Take a big relieving breath, filling your cup for the rest of the day. Lift up your heart and then press your back away, round. Inhaling up, lift up, shoulders down. Excellent, belly in, round, press the back away. Just roll on down to the ground. Hug the knees into the chest, flex the feet. Take your knees out wide and just rock from side to side, little happy baby. And then take your legs out long, press the heels away. Both heels as long as you can in your body, and then release, let go. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, shuffle your belly down into the mat. Palms are facing up. Take a really big inhale, the biggest one of your day. Breathing in. Fill up, fill up, fill up. Even when you don't think you can fill up anymore, sit. And a big sigh out. Feel your third eye softening the forehead. Let the eyeballs drop back towards the mat, away from the eyelid. Let your shoulders be heavy on the ground. Your arms be heavy. Soft belly. Heavy legs. And your feet that walk you all day. Just send them some thanks and let them know they can rest just a few minutes. Feeling completely supported, your whole body, by the mat, by your home, the building that you're in, by the earth supporting your home, the whole universe is supporting you. You can breathe in, and it's safe to completely let go, just for a few minutes. That is the work. You cannot rebuild or restore or regenerate your muscles without resting. You give yourself full permission just to be here, letting go. Just a minute of silence and joy. Take your next breath deeper and then exhale out. Decide what energy you want to take to your afternoon. Wiggle that energy to your fingers, wiggle it to your toes, give yourself the most beautiful stretch and come and sit up for me, just gently, slowly, no rush. Come and sit up, just gazing down your nose. And I invite you to get fully present, which is the theme of this week. Really feeling your body, feeling your sit bones, noticing the shift in your energy. From the start of the class to now. Peel back all of the layers and the labels. I call it your holiday self. Rested, restored, re-energized. breathe that all in, fill up every cell of your body with new energy. And exhale, big sigh out. Just shifting away any stillness. Inhale, reach up, sweep up your intention, the energy you want to bring to this afternoon, and purposefully draw it down past your head, your thoughts, into your mouth, your words, and into your heart. Of course, life will make sure that you slip away from your intention and it will challenge you, but just notice, take a breath and come back to it. That is your practice off the mat. The wonderful piece does not have to happen only on the mat. With a conscious breath, breathe in and sigh out. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.
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 I hope you have the most beautiful afternoon. I hope you really enjoy putting some of those tips into practice. Feel free to watch yourself on record. Unfortunately, it doesn't video the gallery view. It videos whoever's kind of making noise. So if you are talking or gritting and grunting a little bit, it'll zoom in on you. But it's something you can practice. But you all did so well. I hope you found it useful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye.
Use your breath. Bye.
Tara.
Thank you, Anna. It was
You're
brilliant.
welcome.
Really
Great
useful.
day.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done, Francesca.
Fun we're doing this over Zoom together. Bye.
Hi.
Yeah.